Yeah, I mean, we all in this locker room feel like we're close, and there's a few plays we're leaving on the field here and there that are got us in this hole of 0-3, and the reality of it is that's what we are. Though we're 0-3. We got to find a way to get over that hump this week. Find a way to get on the board, and we're excited for the opportunity.
What would it mean if you could just get back?
Yeah, I mean, it would be awesome. It would be awesome for sure. His energy and just his energy on the field, where he pops up and taking hits and all that stuff is contagious, like I said before. So yeah, we're all excited for Jay to be back out there.
How
What's
important is it just getting that, the consistency? I know you know him well, but just in general with him, leading his team and the way the offense is running with all the new nuances and things.
Yeah, I mean, just every rep we can get together as a group, as a team is super valuable, and obviously he's a keystone of that, being the quarterback and the type of guy he is. So just every rep that we can get, with him out there is huge. Obviously we still got a lot of work to do, and if we're not out there together, we can't really chop away at that work we have to do. So with him getting back out there this week, we're cleaning up some things, and going to try and put it on display on Sunday.
You guys had a good rhythm in the fourth quarter last week. How can you bottle that and try to keep it sustained throughout the game?
Yeah, I mean, just knowing the stake, knowing the stakes early. As soon as we get there, we got to go. I think we got 3 to start, right?
Two field goals.
2 field goals. So not terrible, but still not what we want. We find a way to get 7 on the first drive. The times I can recall that happening, it kind of carries you throughout that first half, and then you got to go and regroup and try and match it again that second half. So, we feel like we're playing good football. We don't want to be a second half team. We don't want to be a team that plays best down the stretch, because sometimes you can put yourself in too big of a hole. You play like that. Let's go out and get ahead of whoever we play against and see where that puts us and finish strong.
The up tempo really seemed to suit you guys when you guys went to that in the fourth quarter. I know you had to do it out of necessity because you were behind, but can you see that being as a change of pace early in games too?
I don't know. I think maybe just taking bits and pieces of it that you can find that are successful. You don't want to up tempo yourself out of a rhythm, or up tempo yourself out of maybe the conditioning. It's a long game. I will say that just. If it works and we do it down the stretch, hopefully we're not in that situation, right? But I mean, the fact that we're able to execute it, that's important. We're going to need it this year. But ideally, we're playing good ball all year, all game, huddling, doing what we do well, and if coach calls for it, we'll be ready.
You guys, this will be your 4th trip to Miami. You guys haven't won yet down there. In fact, I don't know if you know this, the Jets haven't won in Miami since 2014. Is there any particular reason why the place has been so tough for you?
Nah, I just think, nah. We're gonna try and make right on that. So excited for the opportunity. That's all. Everything that don't mean that much to me. Let's go win a game. We 0-3. Let's go get on the board.
Obviously, on offense, the Dolphins are known for their speed. What do you see from their defense?
Yeah, I mean they're really good at disguising their coverages. We've noticed that this week. They just they hold their shells, they hold their whatever they plan on doing post snap. They're good at not hinting you to that before the snap. They got a scrappy group, stout up front, and on the back end they got a good group of guys. So we're expecting a tough matchup for us, and we got to be on our details, be on our stuff, take advantage of the looks we're getting.
You got 2 teams that obviously are desperate for a win. I think that you have to be wary of that with them too. That just like you need it, like they need it too.
Yeah. That's ball, man. If you're a true competitor, every time you line up on that field, you're gonna go out and play like you need that one. So I'm excited. Man. That makes me more excited. Right on.
Coaches, what was your reaction when you saw Coach Glenn run down the sidelines after the kick, the clock kick and the kick return? And how do you kind of receive that?
I mean, to be completely truthful, I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was hilarious, man. And we're gonna get on the board and start doing what we're supposed to do, start winning games, and we're gonna see that a little bit more, not just from him. That was cool to see that, and we just want to make sure that when he does do it, we go finish the game so that he don't got to deal with some of the BS that comes with this. But you see our coach, being himself and having fun, just diving into what we're doing out on the field. That's stuff you love to play for, and for us, it's all right. Now let's go make sure that he don't got to retain himself from doing it because we ain't go finish the game how we supposed to. So that's the mindset now.
Seemed like he had pretty good speed too.
Man, yeah, I was right behind him. He was moving, bro, and just man, it was hilarious, bro. Live, it was really funny, and obviously it was an emotional high. We were in a good spot at that point, and we're relying on our defense. Emotions come out, and I don't want anyone to ever take it the wrong way. Yeah, oh yeah, man, that's awesome, bro. Like, what do people expect us to be like, bro? I love to see it, and we're gonna go give them some more reasons to do it throughout the season. I'm excited for the opportunity to just go out there and keep playing good ball, make our coach proud, give him what he deserves.
He ran a 4.39 at his combine. That was about what
He still ain't faster than me in his prime. I gotta tell him that.
by a little bit.
I gotta tell him that. But nah, he can move, man. He can move for sure. So, yeah, man, that don't surprise me.
How close do you feel breaking through, finishing a game, and getting
I think we're extremely close. It's so easy to just look at our record and just get down, or just complain. Like, I'm talking about just from the outside. But the reality is we're like a field goal and a stop away from being 2-1. So, in this building, mentally we here. Like, mentally we're still very confident and we know what we're capable of doing.
How do you deal with, obviously their offense is primarily known for speed. What's the key to dealing with that?
I don't know if I can say that right now, because I ain't trying to get what we doing away, but I feel like it's certain ways that you can deal with it. We are very aware that they have a Olympic track team over there, or whatever they like to call themselves. They are fast, but we're gonna go out there and do what we got to do.
defensively? What do you guys? Is it mistakes? Is it scheme? How do you tighten it up to make that difference?
It's definitely not the scheme. Coach Wilkes, he's been doing a great job at, setting us up with the perfect game plan for us to go out there and just dominate. We just got to execute more and just have fun out there. In the locker room, we having fun. I'm not saying we're just not having any fun on the field, but, we just got to make plays. The playmakers, we all got to make plays, get some turnovers, something to just, get us going all the way. So, all it takes is just one play.
What do you think it is about this group that makes you confident that you will not get down despite obviously a record?
I mean, like I said, we should be 2-1, but it's no moral victory. So, the reality is we're not. We're a young team, and I mean that in a way of we're gonna have fun. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna make sure we keep fighting. We're gonna make sure we play with that swagger when we out there. That's us being young. That's the edge that we have. So, we just got to use it to our advantage.
For you personally, Scott, I know you always have goals at the beginning of the season. 3 games. How would you evaluate yourself?
I feel like I've been playing straight. I don't like giving up a catch in general. So when you add giving up a catch or a couple catches in the game and then us losing those games as well, it's kind of hard for me to sleep at night, so it's been hard. It's been I would overly evaluate myself after week 1, week 2, and week 3, so it's early in the season. Obviously, I'm saying that because my main thing on my mind is winning. That's the main thing, and I feel like this year has been I've sat and just thought about winning, just what can I do, what can we do as a team. This year I've just done that so much, over the last few weeks. So, that's the main thing. Obviously, when you win, everything else falls in line, and you don't overthink about certain things after the fact. So, yeah.
What about your matchup? If you do match up with Tyreek Hill, two of the best players at their respective positions, you're 6'3", he's about 5'8". What is that matchup like? Because you have the speed, but he's so at such a low center of gravity. So how would you describe that kind of matchup?
I just got to bend. You know what I'm saying? I just got to bend a little bit. I've done it before. Obviously, he's a dominant player. Obviously, even if people don't like giving him credit for that, we are very aware of that. I'm aware of that, and that's why I get paid the big bucks. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why.
So what was your vantage point? What were you thinking when you saw Coach Glenn after the block kick and the
Oh, see, this is why I had to get back off Twitter. I had one on Twitter, and I'm seeing people talking crazy about it, and I'm like, let me just log off right now. Like, we talking about somebody that played in the league, that has made plays in the league, that has also celebrated making plays, and he's the head coach for the team that he played for, and he's watching his players make plays. Is he not supposed to get happy and celebrate making, like, us making plays out there? So it's just, I was turned. I didn't see it in person, but when I seen it, I was turned. Now I'm like, yo, all right, bro. Like, so, that's what he bring. He bring that energy, and we're a young group. So, it's great to be able to see your head coach celebrating like he in it with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Impressed by his speed for his age?
oh, yeah, I definitely was impressed. I kind of knew he had a little speed. When we be stretching, he be kicking his legs up, getting loose. So he probably was doing it just for that moment right there. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that was great for sure.
What about the videos that they put music to? Have you seen
Oh, like the troll video? Yeah, those fire. Those fire. I like them. I like them for sure. That's the thing about, like, social media nowadays. You never know, like, where people can take stuff. It's crazy.
Anybody else? Thanks, Anybody, any of the players mention that to Eric?
Nah, I don't know. I didn't personally, but it definitely it was good vibes for sure. It definitely would have been even better to get a win after that. So, that's the next step. That's the main thing. Find a way to win these close games. Because it's not easy to win in this league.